Yo, Archives. We're back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. For those of you who are watching, and for those of you who aren't, uh, back. This is another one of those personal videos, but it's not like deep or anything. It's just kind of on the surface level. But as the title reads, I'm personally obsessed with gaining intellect, and I'm just obsessed with being a highly intellectual individual. Um, I don't know if you guys have noticed that by the way I might speak in my videos or the videos that I'm putting out, but I'm someone who I'm very interested in just gaining intellect. You right? Because I just think being highly intellectual is just cool. I think it's cool. Um, you guys can call me a nerd for this, but there's two animes, or not to say three animes that I've watched where the main character is a very highly intellectual individual. And those animes are Code Geass, Death Note, and Attack on Titan, right? And for all the anime people out there, you guys know like those characters, when it comes to being highly intellectual or showing that they, have a high intellect, they show it in a very interesting way, right? And it's cool to watch it just as a viewer. Um, and those animes kind of inspired me to want to be more highly intellectual. And not, to try to put myself above anybody because I'm not above anybody, nor am I below anyone. But I feel like it's cool to have an advantage like that over people, right? And I'm just talking about being highly intellectual in life because there's people who are smart when it comes to school, and there's people who are smart when it just comes to life, right? They say street smart, school smart, like book smart, street smart, right? However you want to look at it, however you want to put it, because some people are smart in school, some people aren't smart in life. Some people are smart when it comes to life, some people aren't smart when it comes to school. You know, like that's just a difference in intellect, and people try to debate that, how they will. But I just think it's cool to be highly intellectual, man. And I'm just obsessed with it. I wouldn't even say obsessed for real. Um, I'm just very like intrigued by it. I'm just very intrigued by it. I think it's cool to be looked at as someone who has high intellect. Or I think it's cool to be looked at as someone who is an individual of high intellect. That makes more sense. So yeah, like that's why when I talk in my videos, I mean I don't try to talk like smart on purpose, or I don't try to use big words. Like the way I talk in my videos is how I talk in real life, like to other people. Like I don't put on a facade for the videos or you guys in any type of way. This is actually how I talk in real life. Like I have personality in these videos as well. I'm not a robot. Like most people who actually, let me not even say most people. Like some people you can't even tell that they're highly intellectual individuals because they just hide it, right? Like I feel like I've always been someone who's had a high level of intellect, but I just don't show it all the time. I kind of just like disguise myself when I'm in public for real. Because in public, like around friends or maybe strangers, like I tend to show off like a more unserious side of myself, right? Because like I troll a lot. I'm not gonna lie, if you know me personally, I troll a lot, like 24/7. Like I'm a very serious individual, but I can also be a very unserious individual. So I troll a lot. So normally or naturally, I don't come off as a like highly intellectual individual. I don't. I come off as a very unserious person or goofy, and that's because I just like to be funny. I just like to troll. It's fun to like to troll to make people laugh. I don't do it in a disrespectful way or anything. Like it's just funny. Right. So that's just how I am. I mean, that's always been me. Like I've always been someone to troll a lot, goof off. But when it comes to having to be that guy, you know, I'll be that guy. Feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just somebody who's intrigued by intellect, man. That's just me. That's just me. Like I also have like a very high ego as well. Like I have a lot of pride and I have a high ego. Like if you ask people about me as well, they'll probably say that I have a high ego. Cause I asked somebody today at work. I was like, "Do you think I have a high ego?" She was like, "Yeah," but it's not a high ego as in like a disrespectful way. Because some people have very high egos and a lot of pride, and it comes off like negative. It comes off in a disrespectful way. I have a high ego, but it's not because once again that I look at myself to be above anybody, but nor am I, below anybody as well. You know what I'm saying? I just know I have a high ego and I just have a lot of pride. I'm not gonna lie. But that doesn't mean that I don't know how to scale my ego or scale my pride. Like I'll scale it down when I need to scale it down. You feel what I'm saying? I just know who I am. That's the thing. Like, I feel like people who know who they are tend to have high egos. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to think having a high ego was a bad thing. I used to think just having an ego was just like, but I sooner realized that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you have to have an ego. You have to have an ego because if you don't have an ego, I feel like you don't know who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you don't have an ego, I just feel like you don't know who you are. So you gotta have an ego. And some people have low egos, some have high egos. I'm not gonna lie, I have a high ego. I'm not gonna figure it. I'm not gonna figure it at all. And I just have a lot of pride. Like my pride tends to get in the way of things that I will and I won't do. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I will drop my pride for certain things. I will scale it down. I will do that. I tend to do it sometimes here and there. Here and there. Because I'm smart. You know? Like I am smart. Um, so yeah. I'm like that's a different video I want to make. Pride and ego. I want to make that video again. I made it like earlier, but you couldn't even see my face and now it's in the dark. So I look you want to make that video again. So that video will come sometime soon. Sometime soon. But there's a lot of ways to gain intellect, man. Like my dad tells me to read books all the time. I mean, just being around other people, that have high intellect, you can gain intellect by being around other people, by being in different rooms, different, spaces, settings, environments. There's a lot of ways to gain that. So I'm trying my best to gain it, in the ways that I can and as much as I can, because I just like having an advantage over people. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, that's really like what was on my mind today. I was like, you know what? Let me tell these people uh something about me, in a different type of way. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's video, man. I mean, I don't got too much else to say unless you guys want me to say something else. I ain't got too much else to say. You feel what I'm saying? But hello, y'all. As always, I stay blessed, stay safe, um, stay patient, keep God first, and stay patient because it's on the way. Love y'all. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.